Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who is booking, making purchases off the website, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the P.O. Box, purchases off the wish list, and tipping the Clarista. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you so much. Okay, so the song I was getting ready to do this reading, I was like, all right, let's do it. And then the song that came on was Benson Boone, Be Someone. And the lyrics that I'm hearing is where he goes, from time to time, you give me that look like you could use someone. Or you need someone or something. And then he says, baby, I could be someone. Okay. So, I don't know. We'll see what this energy is, right? But yeah, we're going to start with this deck because I'm feeling guided to do so. Yeah? Okay. All right. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, somebody has you, well, I don't know if they have, well, pedestal is here. I feel like somebody may have you on a pedestal, but not in a way that I get this energy, this is what this energy feels like. It feels like somebody, they may look up to you, but I feel like it's more so they admire you. They admire your spirit. I get this feeling where, but it's not that they're intimidated by you. I kind of feel like this could be somebody who is like kind of on the sidelines, and who is like really in this energy. They see you doing your thing, basically, and it's almost like this, it's almost like they're waiting for a sign that you are, it's almost like they didn't want to interrupt, right? And so they're like waiting for a sign that like you're ready to, sometimes life brings questions. And questions about love, questions about career, questions about your life journey, and sometimes we just need a little clarity. And that is where my new sponsor, Psychic Source, comes in. Psychic Source has been around for over 35 years, connecting people like you with trusted, compassionate advisors to bring through insights and guidance that they need at this time. One of the things that I loved or that stood out to me with Psychic Source was that not only do they care about their customers, but they also care about their employees as well as the world. They donate 1% of all proceeds to a good cause through their kindness initiative. I had a chance to experience the whole experience and talk to a psychic advisor, and I left feeling far more confident than I did like walking into it. She was able to pull on a recent dream that I had, and the craziness of it, and help me find clarity through that. She recognized that I was going through a purge and that I was going through a kind of like a rebranding, if you will. She was also able to give me like kind of a little bit of clarity on a direction that I'm headed in, and she even was able to like give like dates type energy, as well as like a couple names she pulled out. So it was very good. Like I said, I left feeling a lot more confident than I did going in, just about the direction that I'm headed in. And I didn't ask her any questions. This was all just, I just asked her, what do you got? And she just came, pulled all this stuff, and it was very good. It was very good. So with all that being said, I'm excited to share that Psychic Source is offering an incredible deal for my viewers, you guys. Okay, new customers can get up to 40 minutes with one of their advisors for just $19.80. That's a value up to $240, okay? You can get the deal through the link in the description box below using the keyword Corie, C-O-R-I-E, or you can go to trypsychicsource.com/Corie. There's never been a better time to experience true connection. Open a space in your life, like open energy around maybe like, reforming a friendship or a relationship or something like that. But, that's kind of this energy of somebody, it's like they're respecting what you're doing, like from a distance, not wanting to come in and interrupt or shake things up when they feel like, maybe they feel like you're not ready for a connection or a relationship, not because they don't feel like you're ready, but but maybe you don't want a relationship, or you haven't been wanting a relationship, or you've been very focused on yourself, your healing, maybe something creative, maybe like building a business, maybe like going to school, or just life in general, right? Being a mother, being a father, being present in every moment, whatever it is that you do. It seems like maybe you have a lot going on for whoever this message is for. And but also too, there could have been, maybe this person felt a little hyper independence from you, but ultimately I get the sense that there is like, I feel like you may be moving through that, the hyper independence for some of you, if that resonates, but for others of you, I just get the sense of like respecting what you have going on and not wanting to come in and, shake things up but like almost still waiting for a sign, right? That oh, here's my chance, right? Like the collective maybe needs this or it needs that, like, right? I could do that, right? Or, it's kind of like that energy. Look, we have devotion, we have this always here, okay? And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but this is somebody, like I said, they're admiring from the sidelines here. They may be going through just like a stage where they are just stepping back from a lot of connections, relationships, maybe a major one in particular, whether it be a parent or a sibling or, a romantic thing, a close friend. I kind of feel like there may have been some major ending recently, this other person or you. Take it as it resonates. But I get the sense that this person is kind of, I wouldn't call it complete isolation or hermit mode, but it's almost like they're still involved in some things, but they're stepping into a space of observation. But I also kind of get, for some people, they are keeping more so to themselves than they have in the past. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, look, autumn. Did I say something about July to September? I mean, that's not autumn, that's summer. But still, autumn might be very significant. We'll find out what that energy is. Yeah. Yeah, see, there was a connection that was, not an equal give and take. You know what I mean? It was not, it was very one-sided, and it doesn't have to be romantic, but it does feel like it was something that, took up a lot of space, a lot of energy in this person's, life, right? They took a lot of, I feel like they took a lot from them, to be honest with you. So for a lot of you, this is, again, every situation is different here. But I do feel like they're recovering from, or healing from, or just getting, this could be you too, also getting lots of rest here, okay? Yeah, this person, it's like they want to jump in, right? But they don't want to jump in and like I said, it caused chaos, right? They want to have a spot to jump in at, to where it's like they fit in, right? But they don't interrupt. Um, and this is somebody that is just, like I said, sitting on the sidelines. I feel like they're cheering you on, to be honest with you. And it's like they, you know, yeah, I feel like they're patiently waiting here, for you to move through something. I don't know. Anyways, okay, let's keep going. Let's get some of these. And then we're going to choose one of those decks over there. I'm thinking the light seers. I haven't used that one in a while. Okay. What else? All right. So we have Venus energy, which is divine feminine energy for sure. It's also, you know, love, relationships, things like that. Yeah, and that coming out kind of first on this coffee break, that's exactly what I was saying, of like this person maybe just, you know, they're just taking a step back. It's like, you know, not disconnecting, or, you know, not changing anything that's been scheduled, or, you know, abruptly, you know, it's just sitting back and observing here. Okay. Fire sign energy might be significant here. Yeah. Okay. Tell me more. Okay, we have awakening. Creative spark. Big adventures. Whoa, whoa. Animal spirit. And mind fucked, and then meditation. So yeah, this is somebody that is like slowing the mind, getting more into their, you know, creative energy, maybe more into their body, spending more time out in nature. Like, you know, I feel like they're maybe taking more risks, but it's not, they're not like, I don't know, risks might be the a bad word for it. It's like they're being more adventurous, right? Tapping further into their inner child. This could also be you. This could be an energy that you're coming into, or this is something, this is how they could see you. Yeah. Then we have the ride or die, as I see that coming out here with this. It's like this is somebody who feels like, you know, they could go through life with you. You know what I mean? I don't know. Again, they're cheering you on from the sidelines, and I just feel like they, for some reason, I feel like you could give them a sense of courage, or like, if it's not quite that, you know, because I do feel like this person is on their own pretty balanced, right? This is somebody who, you know, in order for them to respect you enough to stay on the sidelines, and cheer until they feel like, you know, it's a good time, that it won't interrupt your life, they have to respect themselves enough for that type of, you know what I'm saying? So this is somebody who has already done, you know, work on themselves if necessary, and they're, you know, in a good, I feel like a good space overall, as far as like emotional maturity and things like that. Now, sometimes we do get in our head a little bit, right? And that's where I feel like this person is like, you know, unassociated to you, separating from different people and kind of taking a look at things, you know, at a deeper level. We have water sign and fire sign here. Might be significant, doesn't have to be, okay? We all got all kinds of energy in our charts. Yeah, we have star-crossed lovers. Burning love, yeah. So, like, for some of you, this may feel like, I don't know, Star-crossed lovers is, you know, like kind of like forbidden love, or, you know, but I don't, there may be some people that wouldn't be thrilled if you and this person got together for whatever reason. I don't know what it would be, but they just may not be. Okay, it could be some of these people that this person is just observing, or, you know, pulling their energy back from. But they have, you know, again, there's a burning love here. There's a fire, okay? There's some passion, okay? Like, look at all these hearts. There's 3 hearts that just came out, you know? Like, this person has, you know, some feelings for you, all right? By some, I mean a lot. But it goes deeper than just like a physical attraction, you know? I just heard this person feels like they could build with you, you know, they could grow with you. They feel like you never stay in anything for too, you know, stuck in anything for too long, or, you know, stagnant for, you know, I don't know. It feels like this person, you know, has just been, yeah, they see your wisdom. Did I say that? Or was that another video? I don't know. They're all running together at this point in the day. Yeah. Okay. But there's also just something, you know, this person just knows. There could be something about your eyes as well. Maybe owls. Might be a synchronicity, but there's, you know, there's just like this knowing that this person has. They do know that there will be a time. You know what I mean? Like they know that. Their wisdom is like, I know that, right? There's no way that I would be feeling this kind of like drawn to, or this kind of, you know, passion, or, you know, whatever. For there not to be some sort of experience, whether that experience is short or long, you know, we don't know. I feel like it's long. But, you know, like at this point in the journey, like, you know, we're coming into kingdom spouses and things like that. But, you know, for all of you, it's going to be different. But regardless, this is kind of the energy of this person. I like it. I like this energy. This is, oh, okay. So don't let this go to your head, but the Twin Flames card came out, okay? That's always just a touchy thing. Yeah, moon phases. Yeah, so something about the eclipse season is very significant, right? There's a lot of change and evolution here. And as I'm saying that, we have the World card. Change and evolution going on. I think within both of you, but there's something about him, okay? There's something about this. I was looking at this energy. Him. Sorry. He or she, okay? Them, they. That it's almost like they're drawing me back over this creative spark. Like there's some sort of, with this awakening, there's some sort of like realization or aha moment or a download, or like something becomes very clear. And I honestly feel like it's about, I don't know, either someone that's in this Venus energy or this Venus energy. Yeah, look, broken open. Okay. Yeah. There's like that was the butterfly effect, the divine feminine, then the divine partnership, and then the phoenix rising. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally what I just cut the deck at. So there's somebody that is awakening to who either the fact that they are a divine feminine, or they're stepping further into this divine feminine energy. Okay, and there's somebody else that's watching this, and they're kind of cheering on from the sides, and they're just waiting for their, or there's, I feel like there's somebody that is thinking about, their awakening to a certain connection. Okay, one that was, one that was planned. We as humans make connections, make relationships, but then also, like, the divine makes connections and relationships as well. And so there's something about this being a very divine connection and relationship. Okay. So, and we know that this person is kind of and they, I honestly feel like they have their own thing going on, so it's not like they're just waiting. I feel like this person is actively, like, living their own life. Okay. Things like that. But yeah, they do keep an eye on you, and it's like maybe they set some sort of like intention, like some sort of sign or synchronicity, like that it's like they feel like their soul will recognize for them to, like, come in. Maybe that's kind of what it feels like. All right, tell me more. Yeah, this person may also be, like, if they are separating from, maybe a long-standing relationship or something like that. I do feel like with the Ten of Wands, like I said, I think that they're, they've got things going on. They're also living life. There's an energy of, getting to a point where they have something to offer, maybe, with this Page of Pentacles. Like, yeah, what I say, like, they're it's like, waiting for the right time to, like, yeah, to be able, yeah, Judgment with the Ace of Pentacles here. Look, this is also, oh, gosh, would you look at this? Is this not also, like, relationships, opportunities? Look, humans make opportunities and relationships and things like that, but also Ace of Pentacles, look at that hand coming out of the sky, but also God, Source, the divine, creates relationships and opportunities. And this pentacle is way bigger than this pentacle. So, it's there's something that's, longer lasting. There's something that is more stable, secure, more aligned here. Okay. So, and that's, I feel like there's somebody that's awakening to that. And this could be you. This could be you awakening to something in your own life or a relationship yourself, or this is somebody doing this about you, or, I feel like if we're talking about somebody else, it is about you. Okay, but if we're talking about you, it doesn't necessarily have to be about somebody else. It could be about something else in your life. So, and oftentimes these connections and things, you guys are mirroring each other. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's funny that I got out this deck, right? So I feel like you are mirroring each other. So it's probably both. I'm picking up on, like, both, but yeah. Okay. What is happening? Yeah, I'm telling you, this person is wanting to come in, I get the sense that there, there's some sense maybe you both are moving on from some sort of heartache in the past, or, again, just healing from some things. I think that that's happening for both of you. And yeah, we have the Eight of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands. This is somebody working on, living their own life, working on their own things, building their own stuff here. But yeah, I'm telling you, this is somebody who's like literally waiting for the perfect opportunity to take some sort of action, Yeah. And whatever this situation is, whether it's you or somebody else, there's been some sort of introspection with the Hermit coming out, some sort of, kind of looking at something a little deeper when it comes to the things that we as humans create, right? Again, whether it be relationships, hobbies, goals, dreams, things like that. Yeah. And I feel like there's been, ooh, look, we got 777 coming out. Yeah. You and this person are seeing through some sort of illusion that I don't think you intentionally created. I just think that it was, manifestations of a lower vibrational or unhealed or karmic version of yourself, right? Like, I'm not trying to, we all, trust me, woo. I've been through some karmic energy, okay? I've been through some unhealed times. I've made plenty of mistakes. Shit, we don't need to get into it, but nobody's perfect. We're having a human experience, but sometimes, so there's something about seeing through an illusion about what may have seemed like it was from the divine, or what was, what was created, like what, your ego, you know what I mean? Your mind type of thing here, okay? And so there's like this, there may be like lots of options or opportunities or doors that are opening up for you here. Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of collaboration coming. Okay. Now we got some fours. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, 2 of Swords. There's an energy of, I feel like somebody could have been holding on to something really tightly, or holding back here. Like waiting for, maybe even feeling, there's a very stagnant kind of waiting, indecisive energy that was happening here. But that's coming to an end, okay? Probably with you and this other person. Basically, you and somebody else, again, I feel like if the viewer of this video is somebody that is going through this in a certain area in their own life, not necessarily about another person, but there is somebody else that I feel like may be going through this kind of the same similar experience as you, but maybe about a divine connection with you, okay? There was some stagnancy. There was some kind of, you know, there was some, it's like seeing the wisdom, seeing the truth about, like I said, something that you had created yourself. But being able, and maybe even like thinking, you know, that it was divinely led or meant to be, or, you know, something like that, which it was, it always was, but it's like, you and somebody else are coming out of a lack or stagnant or indecisive, waiting type of energy. That's coming to an end. There's decisions being made, okay? There's confidence behind those decisions. There's seeds that are being planted. There's investments that are happening. There's an energy of like, all right, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yep, you and somebody else are coming out of this energy, okay? And yeah, this other person, I like them. They respect what you have going on. They're cheering you on from the side, and you know, it feels like they're just waiting for the right time. And that's pretty dope. Okay? Anyways, thank you so much. I love you.